Good morning and welcome to CSIR STEMIFLIX Career Corner, which is proudly presented by the CSIR Annual Career Day. Also, we're celebrating the National Science Week under the theme Science, Technology and Innovation for Everyone. Welcome and thank you to our guests for joining us. Guests, you will introduce yourselves, tell us what you do at the CSIR and also which department or division you belong into, a summary of your background, your professional background. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, so my name is Dr. Sudhakar Muniyasamy. I'm a principal researcher. So I belong to the CSIR chemical cluster. So my area specialization is basically on the bioplastic and biodegradable polymers. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, my name is Mashidura Thogwa. I am from CSIR Smart Mobility under the Transport Systems and Operation Cluster. We basically just find ways to move people smarter, more efficient, safer, and better.
Hi, my name is Precious Maduma. I'm a cybersecurity specialist. I'm from the Defense and Security Cluster. So what we do, we basically develop, implement, and protect different systems that help us keep safe on the internet. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Vishara Ramdas. I'm from the CSIR Bioprocess Development Group in the Chemicals Cluster. So the focus that we look at is the development of bio-based products. So looking at the development of natural products from fermentation. We do a lot of innovation. I have a microbiology background. So we do pretty exciting stuff with microorganisms.
Thank you for that introduction. Just to get into a bit of what you do, right? What did you study?
So my background is on chemical sciences. So basically I'm trying to understand the basics of fundamentals, the chemistry and the biological science, how I can link to apply to the industry. That is basically.
And did you always know about the field? How did you find out about it?
Yes, so when I completed my master's, I'm very clear what I'm going to do. I want to become a scientist, so I started to learn about how the lab research and how the technical skills are made, how the industry works, and what are the value chain that I need to cover. So I well planned for my what I am doing.
Thank you for that. You mentioned transport and safety. I just want to find out what piqued your interest about it. In high school, did you imagine transport and safety, or how did it go about?
In high school, I wanted to be a doctor, then an archaeologist. But how I got to find out about transport engineering and transport research was through becoming a CSIR advisor. So when I came for vacation work, when I was still doing my undergrad in civil engineering, I then got exposure to the industry. And that is why I'm here, because I feel like it's an industry that is quite niche and not so many people know about it. And I don't want another child to wait until varsity to know about it like I did.
Yeah, thank you for that. That's beautiful. I mean, coming in as a bursar, doing vacation work, and finding out that actually this is what I'm interested in. I'm really glad. I'm happy to hear that. So for you, if you were a learner, or if you were to encourage a learner, what would you tell them so that they pursue science?
What I would advise them to do is just that they need to have curious minds, because I will refer them to my field. In cybersecurity, you need to be curious. You need to be able to ask questions, because it's an evolving space. So some other things you won't know, not unless you ask. So they need to be curious. They need to be persistent. If something fails, try again. It's gonna work.
All right. And lastly, how has your work in the STEMI field changed or improved your life and the lives of others?
So I think because the focus on a lot of what we do is to improve the environment, improve human health, improve the way we our habits. And I think, that transition from using synthetic to bio-based, it's going to be a transition, a slow transition, but it's definitely going to improve one's life, improve our environment. So I think, for me personally, making those adjustments myself first in order to teach is also important, and I definitely do.
Thank you for that. Now, diving into projects that you are all busy now working on, right? Doc, I'm going to start with you. Just tell us about the project that you are working on now and what it aims to achieve.
Yeah, so our project is basically developing a sustainable plastic. So basically to address the global plastic pollution issues. So we are trying to find out what are the sources that are abundantly available within South Africa and locally, that is agricultural biomass waste that can potentially utilize to make some sustainable plastic and biodegradable product, and that can address the problematic plastic pollution issues. So that is exactly we are developing it.
All right. And he mentioned that you're working together now. I can just pick it up. But what has been the most challenging thing about your project?
So I think, collaboration is not always easy, but when you have such great scientific minds come together and address a problem, you're definitely taking it 100% and you're getting to a solution quite faster. So we're fast tracking to there. So I don't foresee or I don't see any issues, but we're coming from different expertise. And I think that's important, is that, we're not from the same. Dr. Sudhakar is in chemistry, I'm a microbiologist. So, that merge will fast track a technology, for example.
All right, thank you for that. We are pushing, driving forth into moving from pollution and clearing out the space rather. And with climate change, how it's affecting our world, understanding that it's not just weather, it's actually a consequence of our action in pollution, contributing to pollution. Thank you for that. And just to round it off, besides this project, what is your favorite scientific discovery of all time?
So when I started off at the CSIR, I worked on my PhD project, and the most mind-blowing part of my project was the development of a biostabilizer, which was microorganisms producing a certain polymer that was able to stabilize a road base or road. So the fact that, to explain that to a structural engineer was, it was incredible, because, it was such a novel concept, and we took it to a technology readiness level of 6. So yes, it's definitely been exciting and something that still drives my passion for science.
Thank you so much for that. And coming back to you, what project are you working on, and what does it do or aim to achieve?
The project that I'm working on is the Transport Safety Lab. So the Transport Safety Lab has different softwares and devices that can actually track human behavior when driving. So by that, we're trying to see what can be done on a human behavior side to eliminate road crashes and fatalities. So what actually happens is a driver can drive under simulated conditions, environmental conditions such as rain, snow, and we can see what can be done to improve that.
All right. And what is the result that you're aiming to achieve? I see that yes, it's road safety, but are you aiming to achieve less accidents on the road? What are the fatalities, some of the fatalities that this technology can prevent against?
So the aim is to prevent fatalities and also prevent serious injuries within roads. As researchers and people in the transport field, we do understand that accidents cannot be eliminated completely, but we just don't want them to kill people or to hurt people. So that is what we aim to do with the Transport Safety Lab.
All right. And is it open to everyone who has a license and is
So right now, because we are actually in the data collection process of different simulated scenarios, we can actually have people come, but it has to be booked beforehand. But yeah, it's very open, and you can also actually learn more about your individual driver behavior.
Thank you for that. And what has been the most challenging aspect of completing this project?
The most challenging aspect has been when we are working with the baseline, we don't actually have much data in South Africa. So collecting that and also making sure that the data that we collect is quality data that will actually give us a holistic picture. Yeah, that has been the issue. But with our colleagues, we've been working, and government has also been helping increase exposure to the Transport Safety Lab so that we can have more people coming in and actually having simulated driving.
All right. And how long did it take to complete this project?
The project is still ongoing.
It's still ongoing. Do you maybe have an idea on when it will be completed?
Because of the nature of the project, I don't think completing it's possible.
Yeah.
I think it's an ongoing thing, and as we continue researching and continue with the project, we might tie in different areas of the in the field, because right now we researching things that like eye movements in the road, and so we might just add different things to actually boost the findings.
All right, thank you for that. And one last one. Besides this project, what is your favorite scientific discovery of all time?
When I was answering, I was trying to like I might just say Wi-Fi actually, because being able to just connect whether be it for work or be it to connect with family, just being able to connect to the web, because it's a very powerful tool.
Powerful tool that is at the tip of your hand.
Yes.
And coming to you, tell us about the project that you're working on, what it aims to achieve or what it has achieved.
Okay, so we're working on different projects, but for now I will talk on the Veristic mobile application, so which is contactless fingerprint scanning device. Mm-hmm. So instead, because you know the traditional devices for fingerprints, you have to press in your fingers and all of that. So with this one, you just take a picture using your normal phone. You take a picture, and then the pictures will be extracted from the fingerprint. And then, so yeah, what we are aiming to achieve with that is that firstly, it's easily accessible. You don't need a lot of hardware for it to use it. And also to factor in the concept of hygiene. Yes, so instead of putting in on your finger, you just take a picture, so you don't have to come into contact with any viruses or anything like that. Yes, and also I believe this one will help more, should I say, schools or clinics, especially in rural areas. Yes, because advanced technology is very rare that side. So with this one, it's easy to move around. You don't really need a lot of hardware.
All right, thank you for that. And what has been the most challenging aspect of completing this project?
One challenge that we had was the fact that for the accuracy of the picture, of the fingerprint, yes, because remember, we need to factor in the lighting, the resolution of the mobile camera. So yeah, so getting that to work was a bit of a challenge, but yeah, we've managed to make it through.
So you mentioned that the blurriness, accuracy of it. How did you then mitigate these challenges? And I understand that it's an app, is that correct? So is it supported by all devices?
For now, we are on Android. Yeah, we haven't moved to iOS. So at the moment, it's just only Android. And also, we've noticed that for it to take a greater picture or quality picture, it needs to be a camera with a high resolution, not just any phone. Yeah.
I believe that IAS would do great in that department. And what has been the highlight of this project that you will treasure for a while?
Whew. It's gonna bring a lot of change, I will say, because I believe in terms of hygiene, yeah, it will reduce the type of, should I say, cases of people catching viruses or diseases based on people's sweat and all of that. Yeah, and also, yeah, it's a good evolution because I don't think it's going to stop now. There are more features that can be added on the project. So, yeah.
Thank you for that. And how long did it take to complete the project?
It's still ongoing. It's still ongoing. There's a long way to go, but there's light. We see the progress. Yeah, we have already started testing, so yeah, it's a good one.
No, thank you for that. And the last one is, besides this project, what is your favorite scientific discovery of all time?
Biometrics. Because when I joined CSIR as an intern, the first project that I was introduced to, it's biometrics. So for me, I only knew facial, which is the eyes. And then when I got here, I got to learn about this. We can do finger biometrics using our ears. And then now we have the contactless fingerprint. So yeah, that one will be.
You're going to list out all the subjects that you did in high school, metric in particular, right? And you would then advise our viewers why they should study STEM or choose STEM careers. We'll start with
Yeah, so basically, whatever the subject they're studying, basically they need to learn is like, the technical skills. It's not only, studying, just, getting higher mark and everything. So the technical skill, it can give opportunity, what you learn, and, especially any field, like any engineering or science or whatever, the skills that you are going to apply in the field. That will give, it can be anything like you can become a scientist, or it can be an industry manufacturer that can give a job opportunity and create. So that kind of skills, that is very, very crucial rather than just getting the degree, that aspect. Yeah.
And what advice would you give to them, or what encouragement would you give to our viewers to study STEMI subjects?
Yeah, basically, you must have interdisciplinary knowledge. So that will give a lot of opportunity. So that where you want to pursue, that you need to understand the whole kind of, like, even though if you need a skills of engineering and science, that also need to be merged. That is, you need to see, you need to be focused where what you want to be. That what are the skills you need to observe, that you need to see, that you need to learn.
Thank you, Doc. And that's on top with planning and knowing what you want, going to search for those skills and acquiring them. Thank you so much, Doc. And ma'am, the subjects that you did in high school, particularly in metric.
Okay, it was mathematics, physical science, life science, and geography.
In geography. And if you were to encourage a learner right now, encouraging our viewers, why should they study STEMI subjects and the career, go into the STEMI career?
Careers in STEMI are fulfilling. They give you a purpose. It's not only about money, or we get money. But yeah, that's why I will advise, if you really want to make a change, really study STEMI. And what I would advise is just study actively and plan, because if you fail to plan, you tend to fail. Yeah.
So money is good.
Yeah, but
Study STEMI, money is good. Precious subjects that you studied in metric.
Mathematics, physical science, geography, and life sciences. Yeah.
Any advice to our viewers? Encouragement why they should study STEMI subjects and venture into STEMI careers?
STEMI subjects or careers, when it comes to them, the good thing is that this is evolving era that we are in. So there's no way that we can ever run out of innovations or ideas to improve the lives in our communities or even ourselves, individuals. So what I will say is that you also need to have passion, because if you don't have passion, you will get bored. You will not be motivated. You won't be creative. So yeah, you need to have interest in whatever that you want. Actually, what I'm saying is that you cannot focus only on one topic or on one career. You can do other careers while you're doing the other one. So either way, they will always work together. There's always something in common that they have. So yeah.
All right, thank you for that. So the field of science is broad enough for everyone, including you, right? And lastly, Doc, please tell us subjects that you studied in matric.
Science, mathematics, biology. So those are my core subjects. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. I guess it's a different format now. But yeah, those are the subjects.
And an encouragement to our viewers on why they should study STEMI subjects and why they should venture into STEMI careers.
Well, like my colleague mentioned, the world is changing. It's becoming very dynamic. So in order to innovate and keep up with it, STEMI is the direction that you should go into. It's if you want to know and you're curious and you have a passion and drive, definitely go into the fields of science and mathematics. It's going to help with the evolution and really ensure that you make an impact. So yeah, that's my advice. If you want to know how something works, STEMI is the way to go.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure having you guys around. You at home, don't go anywhere, because we are coming back with the second cohort of the Brilliant Minds of CSIR. Stay tuned.